Hello everyone, welcome to MNMM PT and Nati. A quick background of myself and also Manmohit. We have been teaching PT and Nati for over 5 years now. So that's how we are very closely connected with this exam, how it works, how can we help students to clear this exam and get their desired scores. So we have helped a lot of students face to face in Australia and also through online platform in different countries. Now this channel has only one aim, and that is that we can help you to clear these exams with whatever scores you want at your convenience. You can play these videos whenever you want, play them again and again whenever you want, and that's how you can clear your exams at your own convenience. That is the most important thing. So let's not just muck around the bushes, and let's get straight to the point. So today I will be discussing about a very important topic in this exam, and that is summarize spoken text. Now, I have seen a lot of students in past many years that they are literally scared of this topic, and the simple reason is the note-taking strategy of this topic or the note-taking requirements of this topic. Don't worry, we will keep this video short and we will finish it in a very efficient way, and I'll try to keep it as concise as possible. Okay. So now, let us get a quick background of what is summarized spoken text. The number one thing that I want to describe is you will have 2 to 3 questions in exam, and it is the very first question of listening section. And if you're watching this video, I would highly recommend to write down these things in your notes because you will forget them after you study few topics. So first question of listening section, 2 to 3 questions. Now, we have to understand that what are the skills involved in this topic. Number one, you are listening to an audio. So listening is involved. Second is you are writing the summary. So writing is involved. Hence, the scores will go to both listening and writing section. So we have to keep that in mind. How much, we will see that very shortly. Now, the next thing that I want to discuss is what is the flow of the question? What will happen? All right. Number one, they will play an audio for you. Okay. Now the length of the audio can be anything between 30 to 90 seconds. If you are very lucky, you will get a longer audio, and if you're not that lucky, you might get a shorter audio. So you have to be prepared for both of them. And I, as a student, if I am a student, I would any day prefer practicing shorter audios, because if I can manage taking notes in shorter audios, I can definitely manage taking notes in the longer audios. So let's say the length of the audio is between 30 to 90. The audio will be played for you once only. So we have to keep that in mind. There is no replay option for us available in this exam. Okay. Now, when this audio is being played, what is my job? My job is to listen to the audio very carefully and take a note of it. Note taking will be discussed a little later, so don't worry about it at this stage. But let us see what else needs to be done. Let us say the note taking is done after the audio gets completed. What is the next step? The next step will be we have to type the summary. Once the typing is completed, obviously you will check because you have typed everything. You have been typing. Definitely you have made some mistakes, spelling mistakes, grammar mistakes, comma, full stop and all that. We need to check before we click on that next button. We cannot be in a rush because that is not a good idea. Okay. Now, once checking is done, correction is done, then you click next and you move on to the next question. How much time do I have for this? One question in total has 10 minutes. They will give you 10 minutes for that. Now, these 10 minutes, they include the audio time. Okay, so if I have to bifurcate, let's say the audio time is excluded, roughly how much time do I have for taking notes and writing the summary? 8 to 8.5 minutes. In 8 to 8.5 minutes, my job is to write down, type the summary, check it, read it, make corrections. That is all that I need to do in those 8 to 8.5 minutes. Now let's divide it. I would say writing the summary should not take you more than 5 to 6 minutes. And remaining 2 to 3 minutes, you should spend in checking your work. Okay, because let's say I have written a very good summary, but I forgot to check, or if I don't have any time to check, if I am making a lot of mistakes, that is again giving me nothing, because the marks will be deducted for making those mistakes. So we need to have a balance of writing and checking the summary. Now let us go to the next step, and that is note taking. Okay, which is one of the most important, I would say, part in summarized spoken text. Now, whenever an audio starts, we have to understand that we are supposed to write the summary of this audio. Okay. Now, this is not IELTS, so we need not be very technical over here. Please understand one thing, whatever I am saying regarding note taking, that will make your life a very easy one. All right. The first thing that I would do is I would just make a cross like this. All right. Why? Because I need 4 separated corners. Then I will make 4 bullet points. This is my job that I will do before the audio starts playing. You will get a window of 2-3 seconds before the audio starts playing. This is what you will do in that time. When the audio starts playing, I have to understand one thing. Why did I make 4 bullet points? Because I will be taking, let's write it down, 4 sentences. Okay, 4 sentences from the audio. Now, whenever we say sentences, a lot of students, they get scared. Oh my god, sentences, because all we have in our head is sentence means it has to be a very long one. No. If I give you an example, let's say I say I live in Adelaide, South Australia. Okay. Now, is this a very long one? No. But it is a sentence, right? Because it is making sense. So we have to understand one thing. If something is making sense, doesn't matter it is short or long, it is a sentence. If it is not making sense, it is incomplete, it becomes a phrase. We are not here going to take phrase, we will be taking sentences, 4 sentences, 4 meaningful sentences, sensible sentences. They need to make sense. If they are not making sense, if they are not having any meaning in them, we will not write them down in our notes. Now, the second concern is, can I take this? Can I take that? Can I take an example? Can I take a question? Yes, you can write down any sentence which is in the audio. Please do not create your own content, your own data, and please don't think that if I write down the exact sentence which was in the audio, I will get less marks because I'm just copying the audio. No. In fact, if you do that, if your sentence is exactly matching with the audio, you will get a good score. There is nothing like plagiarism or deduction of score for copying from the audio in PT exam. So please don't think that way. Okay. What you need to do is listen to a sentence, write it down. If it is same, I would say it should be same. That's a good thing to go for. Okay. And we will do an example so you will get the idea of it. All right. Now, let's say I know now I have to take 4 meaningful sentences. It can be a question, it can be an example, it can be anything, doesn't matter. Even if there is a sentence like, I am not sure what to do with this, you can still write it down. Why? Because it is in the audio. I have told this to a lot of students. Sometimes they don't listen. They think it's not making sense, I'm not going to write it. That's perfectly fine. Trust me, in this exam, a lot of things don't make sense, but still you will get your score if you follow the strategy. So it is all about following the strategy. It is not about using a lot of brain in this exam, to be very honest, because we're not going to give a medical exam or any other exam. This is just a simple English test which can be cleared with the correct strategies. Okay. Now, let's say I will write my 4 sentences over here in my note taking. So what I need to understand is I have to fit it in a form of a summary. Now, whenever I write a summary, the summary has to be 1 paragraph only. Okay, 1 paragraph only. What are the important factors that I need to keep in mind whenever I'm writing a summary? Let us understand. Content, form, spellings, grammar, vocabulary. They are all equally important. 2 marks for all of them, and hence 10 marks in total for one question. What is the division? 60% goes to listening and 40% goes to writing. That means 6 marks will go to listening and 4 marks into writing. So if you have 2 questions, into 2. If you have 3 questions, into 3. So that means we are doing an important topic. Okay. How can I get a full score in all of them? Let us see one by one. Content, keep a simple thing in mind. I need 4 meaningful sentences from the audio. Sentences cannot be my own created data. They have to be from the audio. Simple. Form means word limit. Whenever there is typing involved in this exam, you have to cater the needs. What is the meaning of cater the needs? You have to give what it requires. You cannot give it less, you cannot give it more, because in both cases that's not going to work for you. Okay, so the word limit is 50 to 70 words. Okay, 50 to 70 words. I would recommend you to stay between 60 to 68, and that gives you a higher score. Trust me, it gives you a higher score, and I have done this experiment half a dozen of times just for summarized spoken text. 50 to 70 words is the normal word limit, but stay between 60 to 68, it will give you a good score. Okay. Spellings, we all know, we all are masters at. We don't make mistakes in spellings. If I can say that, I know I cannot say that, because we do make a lot of spelling mistakes, especially when it comes to typing. Be very careful. The moment you make one spelling mistake, you're losing 1 mark. And the moment you make 2 spelling mistakes, you get 0 out of 2 in spellings. So you have to be very careful of that. Next thing is grammar. Now, I would be saying a couple of things. I would request you to write it down. Number 1, prefer writing the summary in past tense only. Okay. Prefer writing the summary in past tense only. Second, please do not use first person or second person in summaries. For example, I, me, myself, he, she, they. Please don't use that. Let's say a speaker is saying he was very good in maths and he used to love doing questions of maths. Okay. So while writing the summary, avoid using the word he or she, again and again. Just use, the speaker mentioned that whosoever is the person, let's say he was talking about Alex. The speaker mentioned that Alex loved maths and he used to love solving the problems of maths, or not he again. See, I just said it by mistake. Alex loves maths and Alex loves solving the problems of maths. In summarized spoken text, what I have noticed is the more first person and second person you use, the weaker your summary gets. So instead of using he, she, I would prefer using the name or the profession, like teacher, professor, something like that, again and again. Doesn't matter 5 times in a summary, rather than using he, she. So please keep this in mind. Okay. The last is vocabulary. What is vocabulary? Using different fancy words. Now, whenever we think of using different fancy words, we just get stressed out, especially in that exam environment. We cannot think of such words. Do not worry about it. A simple structure that I will speak right now in this video should be enough to give you a 2 out of 2 in vocabulary. So just chill out on that part. So I hope you're clear with these 5 areas, and they will definitely help you to clear this topic. Okay. Now, let us see how to take good notes. So what I'm going to do is I'll play a very simple audio and I will take notes for you. Just observe me taking notes. Okay. And when I finish note taking, I will actually reveal the strategy that I use for my note taking, and I always share that with my students. Okay. So again, remember the golden rule. I need to make a cross. I need to make 4 bullet points before the audio starts. This is my job. Now I will play the audio for you.
In today's lecture, I'm going to talk about changes in air pollution since the middle of the last century and what has created these changes. So, by the 1950s, air pollution was very visible with frequent thick black fogs known as smogs in many large cities around the world. The main source of this pollution was from factories and it caused severe health problems. For example, a particularly severe smog in London in 1952 caused over 4,000 deaths. Obviously, something had to be done. And in 1956, a Clean Air Act was introduced in Britain. This addressed the pollution from factories and the smog soon disappeared. However, as you know, these days air pollution is still a big issue. The main difference between now and the 1950s.
Alright, so I'm not letting the complete audio play because I've completed with my note taking. Now, this is how I take notes and this is how you will be taking notes, okay? Now, let us see what is note taking. Number one, as I shared, 4 sentences. Did I take 4 sentences? Yes, I have taken 4. All 4 sentences have to be from the audio only, not your creation. Did I do that? Absolutely yes. All 4 sentences need to make sense. Let us see. Changes in air pollution. Yes, it is making sense. By the 1950s, air pollution was very visible. Yes, it is making sense. The main source of this pollution was from factories. Absolutely. In 1956, a Clean Air Act was introduced in Britain. Yes. All 4 of them are making sense. Now, if you observed me while taking notes, did I actually really pay attention to the sentence that yes, this one sounds very interesting and very important one, let's write it down, that will give me a more score, or this doesn't sound that very important, it's a very simple sentence, let us not write it? No, I never do that, because you might be waiting for that good sentence to come and guess what, the audio is just completed because it was a short one. Never wait for a very good sentence to pop up in the audio because it might not happen. So just write down any simple sentence that you can understand, because in summarized spoken text you don't get score because you wrote a very fantastic sentence from an audio. You get scores when you have written a sentence if it was in the audio. So please do not complicate it unnecessarily for yourself, I would say. Now, the next thing, what is the note taking strategy? And after I speak this note taking strategy, what you should actually do is reverse the video or replay the video, go back to that area when I was taking notes and watch that note taking part again. It will really help you to connect. So what is that note taking strategy? When I was writing this changes in air pollution, obviously I first heard it, because if I cannot listen to it, I cannot write it, right? The problem is when students write the sentence, they are writing and they are paying attention to the audio as well, which is wrong. A big no. Okay. When I am writing something in my notebook, I never listen to the audio while I am writing. I will do one thing at a time. I am not going to master multitasking here, which is not at all required. Okay. When I'm writing changes in air pollution, let's say I'm writing it, my ears are shut. That is the habit I need to inculcate within myself. Okay. When I know my sentence is over, that's when my ears will go back to the audio, and whatever sentence is going on, I will pick up a fresh line and I will start writing it. For example, by the 1950s, air pollution was very visible. I start writing that. When I'm writing, again, I'm not listening to the audio. When I finish writing, again, my ears are back to the audio. This is what I always do. And when I finish writing, at that point, I have to be very attentive. The moment a new sentence starts or a sentence that makes sense to me starts, I will write it down. So now that you know this note taking strategy, watch the note taking part again, and it will make a lot more sense to you. Okay. I hope you are watching that note taking part again. If you have watched it, let us move ahead now. Now the note taking is taken care of, but what do you think that this note taking strategy, how can I master it? I would recommend for first few days, just practice note taking. Let's say 2 to 3 days or maybe 4 days, or if you have a lot of time, just first week. Just practice note taking. Play an audio, take one sentence. Play the audio again, see if you can take two sentences. Do not think that you will be master of note taking on day one. If you think so, you might not be able to. Yes, for some audios you might be able to if they are easy ones, definitely not for all of them. Okay, the best way is take it one day at a time, I would say. Let us say you select 5 audios from YouTube. Okay, there are a lot of websites on YouTube like Panda PT and all that, Real PT. There's a lot of audios available. Select 5 audios and take notes. See if you can take 2 sentences, if not 4. Let's say you've taken 2 sentences. The reason students struggle in summarized spoken text is, as from what I have seen, they want to take 4 sentences in the first go. Don't do that. We are not here in a race to impress anyone. Take 2 sentences and that's it. But you should be able to read your handwriting. Those sentences should be meaningful. That is what is more important. Play the audio again, take 2 more sentences, play the audio third time, take 4 sentences. You never know if those 3 audios or 4 audios that you're practicing, you might get the same audios in exam. So do not underestimate any audio is what I would say and recommend. Okay. Now, let us say this note taking is taken care of. What is the next step? We need to fit these 4 sentences into a structure. I will be speaking out the structure for you. You can write it down. Okay. The first sentence is, the lecture is primarily focusing on, and then you write down your first sentence from the note taking. In this case, changes in air pollution. Okay. Now, let's say the first sentence that you're writing in note taking, you couldn't write it from the first line of the audio. Can you write the second line of the audio? Absolutely yes. Don't think the first sentence in the note taking has to be from the first line of the audio. If yes, fantastic. If not, don't stress about it. Second, third is also fine. Okay. The next sentence will be, in addition to this, the lecture also highlighted about, and then you can write down the second line of the your notes. In this case, the main source of this pollution was from factories. Okay. Full stop. Third. Now, by the way, after every line you will put a full stop and then you have to continue typing in the same line. Remember, I said one paragraph only. So please don't type it as 4 points or, different points. No, one paragraph. That means after every full stop, you will still continue typing in the same line. Third, there is also emphasis about, okay. Now, there is also emphasis about, and you're writing the third sentence, it might not fit. So you can change the words like about to, on, the, as, you can put those words. So there is also emphasis about 1950s air pollution, which was very visible. That is what we have written here. So in this case, I can remove by the, okay. It's all about making sense. And the last line I would say, in conclusion. The word in conclusion is very important. The software should feel that yes, there is a conclusion now. In conclusion, the lecture described that in 1956 a Clean Air Act was introduced in Britain. Okay. Now, sometimes what happens is the length of the audio is a little longer. You are comfortable. You can take a lot of sentences. In that case, when you are typing with this template, you might feel that you are going over limit. When you're going over limit, what you can do is you can remove a few sentences from the, remove a few words from the template. Okay. Let's say you remove the third sentence from the template and you just combine second and third into just one. Okay. So you have to also make sure that apart from writing the template and apart from writing 4 sentences, you also keep in mind the word limit. Go up to 68, 69. Do not try to touch 70 and definitely not more than 70. That is not required. Okay. Now, I hope you understood this topic. watch this video once or twice, do a few audios, again and again. I would say 5 audios a day. Practice it again and again. As I said, first stage should be just focusing on the note taking part. Take 4 sentences. If not 4, then try to take 2, 3, and eventually 4. When you feel that, okay, now I am able to take 4 sentences, then straight away jump to the typing part. Now please don't practice writing the summaries in notebook, because in exam you will be typing. So you should from day one start typing the summary instead of writing the summary. After your typing is completed, just check and type in Word. But once your typing is finished, see what mistakes you're making, what sort of pattern you are repeating. Are you missing S in plural? Are you making a comma mistakes, full stop mistakes, capital mistakes, grammar mistakes, past tense mistakes? See the pattern and fix it for yourself by focusing more on what mistakes you make, so that next time you don't repeat them. If you have any questions regarding summarized spoken text or any concerns, feel free to put that in the comment section below and I will definitely answer all your questions. Okay, we will be coming up with a lot more videos, a lot of note taking videos and other audio videos also I will do, but I want to keep this video for this much and I hope you enjoyed it. Good luck for your exams. Do not hesitate in asking any questions you have, and Manmohit and myself will definitely help you with your exams. Bye for now.